Hi everybody, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Dolly Studio. Right? I have lots of dolls around me, but today I'm talking about these three dolls, my smart dolls. I thought it was a good idea to maybe start talking about them today because I have been seeing more of my Dolly friends buying these dolls. And I've also talked to some of my Dolly friends who are thinking about buying these dolls, and they're kind of, you know, a little on the fence about it, unsure. You know, it is a big purchase. These are not inexpensive dolls, these smart dolls. And so I facetiously thought I would maybe title this something like Why You Should Not Buy a Smart Doll. We'll see if I do that or not. I don't know. But this video I wanted to kind of tell you some I guess some things just to be aware. I don't know if they're actually a con, like it's not necessarily a pro and con type of video, but right now is probably a good time to buy a smart doll, and that's probably why a lot of people are doing that right now, because the Japanese yen compared to the dollar is a bit weaker than usual. And so when I'm trying to remember what I paid for my first smart doll. This was my first one, Resilient here. And I bought her quite a few years ago. I have a smart doll playlist if you'd like to see the unboxing, and I'm trying to remember what I paid, but I think I paid probably $100 or so more than the dolls are costing right now, okay, because of the difference in, you know, the currency. So so that's one reason why a lot of U.S. buyers right now are finally, you know, getting their smart dolls, because the prices are quite a bit better than they have been in the past because of that difference in the currency. Also, when I am filming this right now, Danny Chu on his Culture Japan shop, the designer of these dolls, Danny Chu, he has a very large inventory, comparatively speaking, of smart dolls. So there's a lot more to pick from. Sometimes, you know, you go over there and there's just not a lot there, you know, because it's a small company. These are all really, you know, manufactured one at a time. There's a lot of handwork done with each one. That's why they're not cheap dolls. I mean, there's a lot of time and effort, and these are, I feel, very high quality dolls, considering that they're vinyl. So, you know, that's to be understood. And it's Culture Japan is not a very large company, and so they can only produce so much. But that being said, not only does he have quite a bit over there right now, there's been a lot of new releases lately, especially the pair dolls, and there's quite a few YouTubers out there who have purchased the pair dolls. They're dolls that are just the same smart doll, except for their bodies are pear-shaped. They're a bit larger, okay, than the classic dolls. And mine are all semi-real dolls. They have the anime style dolls and also the semi-reals, and my personal taste is the semi-reals. I looked at these dolls for years and years before I bought one, and then when the semi-reals came out, I was like, uh-oh, you know. And so the anime style, even though I appreciate it, is not my personal taste. Also, I was concerned with the size. So, and that's something I wanted to kind of address here. This is why I have this big old yardstick. Okay. So, yeah. So why should you maybe think twice about getting a smart doll? The big issue is the size. They're big dolls. So I'm here in front of my wall of dolls. It has shelving and everything. And you can see, like, the shelf up here, these are my 1/6 scale dolls. So this shelf doesn't have to be too big. Behind me are my 1/4 scale dolls. They're 16 inches. Ella Wynn and Nema dolls over here. And I get 1/3 and 1/4 mixed up all the time, people. So bear with me if I say it incorrectly sometimes. Just, you know what I mean. 16-inch dolls, all right? So you can see I have to have a much larger shelf area for them. These gals, so like I said, they're 16 inches. These gals, here's the ruler. They're about 2 feet. 23, I'm going at from 24 inches. Yeah, they're pretty much a little, I would say 23.5 maybe, okay? So you're talking a couple of feet here, people, okay? Those dolls, if I put them on my shelves, they need a lot more space. They're big dolls. And so when they take up more space, that means other dolls can't fit. And I have to reconfigure all this. So wherever you are displaying your dolls, I would say if you're thinking of getting a smart doll, keep in mind and try to think, where would you display this doll? How would you display this doll? You could have her sit down. A lot of times I do have them sit. And they sit very nicely. I've got Beyond here. She is a gorgeous doll. And so a lot of times I'll just have them sit in different places around the dolly room. So that's an option. But I don't want them sitting all the time, especially when they have really cool outfits like this really killer outfit. I mean, that outfit to me, which is, it's a Culture Japan outfit, you need to have her stand up to really appreciate it. And so just think about that. If you're thinking about getting a smart doll for the first time, or even another one, where are you going to put these dolls, folks? Okay. Over there, I have a small shelf that's on top of a cabinet that I have sewing supplies in. And that typically is where I keep them. And 3 of them fit there pretty well. I really am hoping to get at least 1 or 2 more smart dolls that I have my, eyes on. Right now, he's been talking about a coffee skin tone, which is a few shades lighter than the cocoa skin tone. So that intrigues me. There's also a doll called, I think it's called Limitless, that I am in love with. It is supposed to be an autistic doll, and he has the infinity sign on her forehead, and when you you can only see it when you shine some ultraviolet light on it. And I have some family members who are autistic, so that really speaks to my life a little bit. And it's a beautiful doll. Even if not even just if you just don't even think about that, just on the outside, it's a gorgeous doll. And in my opinion, okay. So as I think about that, I'm like, okay, can I fit another doll over there? Can I fit 2 more dolls over there? If I expand my collection, I have to think about where are they going to go. So keep that in mind. These are really big dolls. And in fact, let me pick her up. There's quite a few videos out. I may have even done them myself, or I can't remember, where you maybe have seen people hold these dolls up next to like a 1/6 scale and different scale dolls to get a feel. But I thought it might be helpful if you see I'm sitting down, she is on my leg. She's big. She's a big doll. Okay, so if you're kind of not sure about the size, and I will say that was something that kind of prevented me for a while from getting them, because if this doll had been in like a 16-inch size, I would have gotten her years earlier. Okay, but I just really like the look of these dolls, and like I said, finally I succumbed. Okay, but just be prepared. They're very, very big dolls, very big. Okay, look at that. All right, so I would say that's something to keep in mind. The other thing, which is probably kind of obvious, and I mean it's the same with kind of almost any doll. Keep in mind that if you don't have any smart dolls, you're like, I'm just gonna get 1 doll. I'll just get 1 smart doll, see what I think about it. These are amazing dolls. If you could just get 1 and never get another one, I would be amazed. Okay, so again, it's a pro and a con combination. They're amazing dolls. I feel like the quality is wonderful. I love their clothing. I love their total vibe. They're very, they have really good mobility, or, movement to them. You can change out their hands. You can change out, their hair, because those are wigs. So you're going to want another one now. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, don't just assume that you're going to be so strong, you're only going to buy 1 and you'll never buy another smart doll. You're just going to get that 1 smart doll. That's probably not going to happen. So another thing to be kind of warned about is not only are these big dolls, but you know, they're fashion divas. They need some gorgeous clothes, and just like any other fashion doll, if you're into dressing and posing and taking photographs and crafting for dolls, which is kind of my jam, um, they're going to need some clothes. And I will say their clothes typically are not cheap. Like my dolls, especially these dolls. I mean, these are like the creme of the creme, some of the creme of the creme of my personal collection. So, you know, I spent some buckaroonies on some of these clothes. These jeans here, these jeans that she's wearing, these are actually Culture Japan jeans. This is Culture Japan, all this outfit here. These shoes that she's wearing down here. They're not cheap clothing. They are also incredibly well made. The quality is amazing. You know, in some respects, I feel like that's the sort of thing you get what you pay for. But again, when you buy the doll, she has underwear on. She doesn't come with clothing. So that's something you just kind of need to, you know, keep in mind. Are you up for developing a wardrobe for this doll? And, you know, that's going to be more money. I'm going to, at some point, I want to, and they really need to have their clothes changed. I want to try on some of my American Girl clothes. I have some really cute American Girl doll clothes. And I have seen J Dolls UK, for example, and some other YouTubers who have put 18-inch doll clothes on these dolls. And I think I have some stuff like some jackets and things that are going to work for them. So that might be an option. But, and you know, other places, I have found places, I'm trying to think, like this little t-shirt, I think was like $20. It's super adorbs. She's got, is that so cute or what? So, but I mean, these jeans were $100, $100 US. Yeah. Okay. I do not buy myself $100 jeans, but I buy the dolls the $100 jeans. Okay. And I will say, so that's something, you know, when you go and you buy your first smart doll, she doesn't have any clothes. So you're going to have to, you know, think about that. I feel like that's part of, if you're saving up for one, I would recommend having, you know, a little extra money set aside so she can look good, right? And have some cool clothes. Not that she has to have Culture Japan clothes. There are other places you can buy some really cute outfits. Elite Doll World on Etsy, I bought some clothes from them, and they have really cute stuff. I'm trying to think. There's a few other Etsy places. Maybe I'll do a video sometime and show you, you know, clothes that I've bought from different Etsy shops. And of course, you can sew for them and everything. But you know, when you very first get a doll, unless you have the time, you don't always have time right away to make them that fabulous outfit. And so when I bought Resilient. She was my first one. I ended up buying these jeans and a different t-shirt and these shoes down here, so she would have a whole outfit. And by the way, so this is Resilient, this is Dauntless, and this is Beyond. And when we look at Beyond, I would say here's another thing to kind of think about. I love the cocoa skin tone. I think it's beautiful. But you can see how dark she is because my lighting is like, you know. So if you're thinking of taking photographs of these dolls, if that's kind of your jam, keep that in mind. These are the tea colored. I do not have, it comes at the shade, right now he has 3 skin tones. He's got cinnamon, tea, and cocoa. And so I don't have the cinnamon yet. I would get one. I'm waiting for that perfect doll. Maybe Limitless will be, or is it Limitless? Yeah, I think it's Limitless. Anyway, maybe she will be cinnamon skin toned. I don't know. Whatever she is, if she's available and I have the money, fingers crossed, all the stars align, then I will hopefully get her no matter what her skin tone is. So another thing to be aware of is the releases. You don't really know what's coming out or when it's coming out. You have to basically become a stalker of Culture Japan. I wanted Dauntless for a really long time, and I just couldn't get her. And finally, you know what? I was like, okay, I'm going to look at the Culture Japan website every single day. Okay. So I checked the website, Instagram, the Smart Doll Friends Facebook group, and and Twitter. He's on Twitter a lot. Daily. I did that daily until she popped up, and then I jammed on it. I didn't add anything else to the cart, put her in, boom, boom, got out of there, okay? So that's a little bit frustrating as a collector, obviously, especially when, you know, you have, for me, I have to save up to get one of these dolls. So, you know, like I said, the timing has to be right financially for me to be able to get one. Being able to time everything correctly, having the money at the time when the doll is available can be a little, you know, frustrating, challenging. Let's put it that. It's challenging. But there's, just like any kind of doll that you want to get, if you want to get a Blythe doll or the Elowen or the Tonner dolls or whatever, you have to do your homework, and there's kind of a lot to know. And there's also some scammers out there. One time I accidentally got on a website, and I don't understand why I did. I thought it was the Culture Japan site, and it wasn't. And I actually thought I was buying one of these dolls, and then I found, because it was a great price, right? I thought, well, maybe he's having a sale. Dummy. Dummy me. No, he was not having a sale. Okay. So luckily I had it on my credit card, and I was able to call my credit card company and cancel it quickly enough, so I wasn't out any money. But just like anything else, you really need to do your due diligence. There are people selling them on eBay, and not that they're scamming you over there, but just know what you're doing. You know, learn about the dolls, do your research so that you buy the doll that you want at the price that you want. And for me, I have bought all three of these dolls at Culture Japan, and it was a very good experience. He does send you, if you've never purchased from Culture Japan, you will get an email from Danny asking you why you want the doll. Okay, and that's the first time. The first time you buy, because he's protecting his company, he doesn't want a bot out there or somebody trying to rip him off, and he wants to make sure that you really, you know, you're sure that you're gonna want this doll. So you just have to look for that email and reply fairly quickly. Yes, I want the doll. I love the doll. Whatever you want to say. Most of us blather. I can't remember. I think I wrote him like a, you know, an essay about why I wanted the doll. After you do it that one time, though, then you're good. You're in. So like I said, all three of these dolls I bought directly from Culture Japan in Japan. Okay. I believe there is another place called, Friends in Fabric. I'll try, if I remember, I'll try to put the name. There is one reseller that I know of at this point in time in the U.S. that is approved to sell Smart Doll products, and sometimes you can find products over on their website that maybe Culture Japan doesn't have, but they are priced a little bit more, obviously, because that company has to make a little money, and so, you know, just keep that in mind. But I have never seen anything over there that has tempted me to purchase versus Culture Japan. And yes, you have to pay for shipping, but he ships the dolls super lightning fast. Like once I have ordered these dolls, they've been at my door in like less than 48 hours. Packaged wonderfully, very secure. Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, it's a luxury doll. Anyway, so that's what my warning out there for you folks who are thinking about buying a Smart Doll, or maybe buying an extra one. Like I said, where you gonna put that doll at? Do you have room for another one? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As usual, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful dolly day. Bye bye.